So, welcome back to today's session after your holidays. So, we have already started with chapter 5. Okay. So, chapter 5 is much more about your HTML tags only, that is, web designing using HTML, extra tags that we will be learning. So, we have already started with chapter 5. We have learned about what a list is. List means a set of items placed one below the other. So you have three types of list, that is ordered list, unordered list and definition list. All these are paired item, paired tags. Okay, all the lists are created as paired tags. So you have the suitable attributes and the associated values added along with it. Okay, then we went on to see an example about how to create the list. And nested list means a list placed inside another list is known as your nested list. You can nest any kind of list in between, inside each other. Okay. So the next what we saw was links. Links means giving a connection from one website to another website in a simple manner and easy to understand way. So links are classified into two types, that is externally and internally. So externally means you can have it as an URL. In that URL also you have your relative URL or your absolute URL. You can place the link as a graphic item, that is as an image. And the next is you can connect it to a mail ID. Okay. So these are the external links available for you. Then the next one is internally. Internally means the link will be placed inside the same document itself. So for example, you have your Wikipedia where the headings will be there. If you just click onto the heading, the page opens up for you inside the same site itself. You're not going out. So that is known as your internal linking. So this way we have seen the various types of links, how to create the links, what are the attributes added along with the tag. All these we have seen. Okay. So the examples also we have seen how to create. All these we have seen. Next is inserting music and video. Apart from that, when you are going to surf the contents on the net, you can listen to some music piece or also even to some video also you can watch. That is known as your inserting music and video. So this could be done with the help of your embed tag. Suppose some browsers, if doesn't support, means what we do is in that place we give only a no embed tag. That is, in your earlier versions of HTML, this was not supported. So in that situation, what we do is in the place where a video or a music piece has to be added means we'll just put a no embed tag over there just to indicate that a piece of music or a video is present over there. Okay. Then the next what we saw was BG sound. So at the time of surfing itself, if you want to listen to some music continuously, so you can add a music as a background. So for that you have your BG sound tag. BG sound tag is different from embed tag. This just plays the music continuously. Okay. Then the next what we were seeing was creating tables. So this was the part that we were looking into. So we just saw how to create a table. So table means a collection of items placed in the form of rows and columns is known as your table. So a table has got, while creating a table, it has got certain attributes also added along with it. Among the attributes, your border tag is very important because without that, you can just see only some items that are being scattered over there. And the value for the border should be a non-zero value, which means it should not be zero, which means it should not be zero. So the other attributes I have given over here: border color, align, BG color, background, cell spacing, cell padding, height and width. What is cell spacing? Cell spacing means the space between two cells is known as cell spacing, and cell padding means space between the border and the cell content is known as your cell padding. So based on this, we have seen an example of how to create a table also. Okay. So after this, apart from those set of attributes that we have seen in this previous slide, these are the very preliminary attributes. Then the next what we have over here is frames and rules. Then the next what we have is your frames and rules. Frame means apart from that border, an extra frame if you would like to give. That is known as a frame. An extra border, an outside, a show way, a decorative border. Not decorative over here. You just have only a simple line borders over here. Apart from the border, if you want to have another type of border for it, added border for it, we call that as a frame. So that could be done in different ways. So you have the frame values. Okay. So frame is equal to, what is that value? Void, if you give, no borders will be there. If you give it as above, only on top of the table, you can see this frame. Below means only at the bottom of the table. H sides means only on the horizontal sides. Okay. LHS or RHS means so it is on the left or right side alone. Then vertical sides means only on the vertical sides. Okay. Box border means so exactly, and a little more thick border will be seen for your table. Then the rules means drawing lines in between. Okay, drawing borders between the cells. അതായത് ഒരു സെല്ലിനും ഇനിയൊരു സെല്ലിനും ഇടയ്ക്ക് you can draw a line. So that is known as your rules. So how you want that to be, either in the form of rows or columns or groups or for the entire table. Any way you want, you can create. Okay. These are all just only 1 mark question. So like this, we went on to create a table with an example. Okay. Then how the table is created is with the help of your table tag, and you have two main other tags also added with it. That is your th and three main tags added along with it. That is tr, th and td. Okay. Tr means where your table here in HTML is created in the form of rows. Okay. Table is created in the form of rows. So every single row has to be opened and closed. So that is done with the help of your TR tag. That is done with the help of your TR tag. So TH and TD. അതായത് ഒരു ടേബിളിന് ഒരു ഹെഡിങ് കൊടുക്കണമെങ്കിൽ you have to use the TH tag. It is always boldface, centered by default, and in italics also. Okay. So the next is TD tag. TD tag means table data. So for each heading, you have a set of data to be given or values to be given. So that is done with the help of your TD tag. Everything goes on only in rows. Okay. Every single row only you're going to create. Okay. So after this, okay, along with this TR or TH or TD tag, you can use these three other attributes also. Along with your TR, TH and TD tag, you can use these three other attributes also. So listen carefully what it is. Align means horizontal alignment of text in a cell or row. So how you want to align the cell? By default, it is for your data, it is left align. For your heading, it is center align. So you can go on to change that alignment. Okay. ഒരു റോന് വേണമെങ്കിലും ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാം, ഒരു സിംഗിൾ സെല്ലിന് വേണമെങ്കിലും you can change it. All those we'll see with one examples. Okay. Then the next is vertical alignment of data in a cell or in cell in a row. അപ്പൊ ആ അലൈൻമെന്റ് അതായത് ആ കണ്ടന്റ് how it should be aligned inside the table through a vertical alignment. അതായത് ഒരു vertical space, p space h space നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നില്ലേ. So അതേപോലെ ആ ബോർഡറിൽ ഇരുന്ന് എങ്ങനെ it should be aligned, that is known as your vertical alignment. So ടോപ്പിൽ വേണോ, മിഡിൽ വേണോ, ബോട്ടം or baseline. Okay. എങ്ങനെ വേണമെങ്കിലും you can go on to align. Next is bg color. Change color for a particular row വേണമെങ്കിലും change ചെയ്യാം, particular cellന് വേണമെങ്കിലും you can change. Okay. It's not only for a row. ഒരു particular rowല് ഓരോ കളേഴ്സും വേണമെങ്കിൽ you can go on to change the color. Oro cellunum, if you want to go on to change the color means you can go on to change the color. So that also could be done. So how to do that? We'll see with one example. Okay. So before we move into spanning, we'll see this example and then we'll come back for spanning. Okay. So this is the example that we have seen. Yes or no? This is the example that we have seen. So for example, TR. Okay. I have given the heading, roll number and name. So what I can do is here, by default, I have chosen the BG color to be green. I have chosen the background color to be green. So for this TH also, I can choose some other colors. ഈ ഒരു റോന് മാത്രം I can go on to change the color. So how I will change this? Sorry. TR this particular row alone I can change the color. So what I'll do is I'll give that color BOR equal to white. I'll give. So what happens? I'll save the file. I'll come back here, refresh. See, can you see? Up a TR, a particular row alone, the color has changed. Did you notice this difference? So for one row alone, you can bring that effect. Ini, if I want different color for each cell, oro cellunum oro color kodukanamengil, I can go on to do that also. Now listen, if I first row edukaning, this row, the second row, sorry. In second row, this cell I want another color, this cell I want another color. What I will do is, a particular cell TD. TD I'll come, I'll give the color as what to give, pink I'll give. Pink, and then this TD I'll give it as BG color. Oro cellunum I can go on to give the color. Okay, I can give it as like this. I'll save it and then I'll come over here. Can you notice the difference? Can you notice the difference? So for each cell also like this, I can go on to change the colors. ഒരു റോന് വേണോ our entire റോന് ചെയ്യാം. ഓരോ സെല്ലിനും വേണോ I can go on to change for doing it in each cell also like this. So like this you can bring out what all effects you want. ബാക്കി ഓരോ alignmentsഉം ഇതെല്ലാം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, അത് ഓരോ സെല്ലിന് വേണമെങ്കിലും you can bring, ഓരോ റോന് വേണമെങ്കിലും you can bring. So for this, for example, if TR align, ഇവിടെ by default the alignment is left. What I can do is I can write as ALIGN is equal to right കൊടുക്കുകയാണെന്ന് ഇരിക്കട്ടെ, GRIGHT. Spellings I should be very careful, I have told you. Appo TR align is equal to right കൊടുത്തു എന്ന് ഇരിക്കട്ടെ. I'll save it. I'll come here. Sorry. I'll refresh it. Can you notice? Sorry. Can you notice the difference? Appa alignment evidekkai, it has moved on to the right side. So the next, ipo ee cellillikku varana, this value for roll number alone I want to change. Adinte alignment mathram I am changing it. Is equal to CENTER is the spelling. Okay, CENTER is the spelling. I'll save it. I'll come over here. I'll just refresh it. Appa 2 noku, the value of 2 alone has been center align. Appo oru cell ni endokka veno, what all things you want to do as per your choice. Learn the tags, learn the attributes, where it has to be applied. It is your choice of doing it. This part, is it clear? This part, is it clear? So like this, you can go on to do various formatting works along with your table also. Is it clear? So the next what we are going to see is about your spanning. Okay, the next what we are going to see is about spanning. Spanning means combining 2 or 3 rows or columns Combining more than one or two rows or columns is known as your spanning. Okay. So you can combine two or more columns, that is known as your column span. You can combine two or more rows, that is known as your row span. Okay. So how we are going to do this, we can see with an example. Okay. We can see this with an example. One simple example I will give. Okay, one simple example we'll do and see. So take your notebook also along with you and keep writing whatever I type over here. Please listen. Okay, ഇതൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് എഴുതി പഠിച്ചാലേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. So just keep typing whatever I type on the screen. Keep writing. So generally what happens in the exam is they'll give you only the screen output. Okay, they'll give you only this screen output. Can you see over here? This output alone they will give you. So what you have to do is you have to understand what is given over here. You have to understand what is given over here, how it is being spanned. എത്ര column span ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്, എത്ര row span ആയിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളത് you have to find out, and then only you should start typing. I'll just explain you what is given over here, how we are doing it, and another I'll just type and show you. Okay. So here, now listen. So as usual, your table border is there, cell spacing, cell padding. These random main important things are. These three attributes you should always write. Okay. Then the next, you have opened a new row. The new row is opened here. Okay. TH is equal to call span is equal to 3. It is given. Why call span is equal to 3? See, you can come into this output diagram. You have to understand. Appo enganeyanu ee 3 ennullathu kitti ennullathu you have to see. So 3 means, see, idu oru row, idu oru column. Okay, this is one column. This is another column. And this is another column. So you have 3 columns. Appo 1, 2, 3. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് call span. There is no space in between. Okay. Call span ഇടയിൽ gap ഇല്ല. It is a single word. Okay. So call span എഴുതി. അപ്പൊ 3 columns എന്നുള്ളത് എഴുതി. Okay. So അപ്പൊ അവിടെ what is the content to be given? Number of registered students. Okay. അതോടുകൂടി ആ ഹെഡിങ്ങും കഴിഞ്ഞു. So you have closed your row. The next, you have coming to next row. Row എഴുതുമ്പോൾ you have to be very careful. Okay. ഇവിടെ row span is equal to 2. Row span is equal to 2 തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. How did I come to know that is 2 rows? 2014 75 ഒരു row ആണ്. 2015 and 88 is another row. So you have 2 rows. അപ്പൊ year നോക്കൂ. These 2 rows are combined to form one single cell. These 2 rows are combined to form one single cell. അപ്പൊ അവിടെ first എന്തായി? Year എഴുതി. അപ്പൊ ഈ year എഴുതി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ what to do? അപ്പൊ ഈ year വന്ന് എപ്പോഴും ഈ സെക്കൻഡ് റോയുടെ കറസ്പോണ്ട്, അതായത് ഈ ടേബിൾ ഡേറ്റയുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് റോ. ഓക്കെ, ടേബിൾ ഡേറ്റാസ് ഫസ്റ്റ് റോ കറസ്പോണ്ടൻസ് വിൽ ബി there. Okay, എന്നിട്ട് what we do is next data, what is it? 2014. The next data, what it is? 75 is coming. Okay, so with this row ends. With this row ends. Okay, ഇനി നെക്സ്റ്റ് റോ വരുമ്പോ ഇയർ is already present over here. ഇയർ എന്നുള്ളത് which is given over here, it is already present over here. നമ്മൾ already കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞു. So there is no need for giving the year once again. ഇനി ഈ ഒരു റോയിലേക്ക് again you need not give the year. It is not necessary because this row, these two rows are combined together and the need illa. So what are the other items left out for us? That is, 2 datas are left. That is 2015 and 88. 2015 88. These 2 are the datas left for us. So what we will do is we'll include those 2 datas over here and then we'll close the row. So this is how spanning is done. We'll just type this program and I'll explain you why. I'll tell you each and every step and I'll explain for you. So you will be able to understand much better. Okay.